We open our story with a hobbit named Bilbo Baggins. He had just come to, for he had been knocked unconscious from a bad fall hours earlier when he and his friends had been chased by goblins deep into the tunnels of the misty mountains. He opened his eyes and wondered if he really had opened them, for it was just as dark with them shut. Very slowly he got up and groped about on all fours till he touched the wall of the tunnel. No sign of the goblins that had been chasing him, nor were there any sign of those friends. He crawled along for a good way, till suddenly his hand met what felt like a tiny ring of cold metal lying on the floor of the tunnel. He picked it up and put it in his pocket, then moved on. Little did he know how that ring would affect his luck.
Go back, no good at all. Go sideways, impossible. Go forward, only thing to do. On we go.
Bilbo got back on his feet with his little glowing sword held in front of him and one hand feeling the wall, his heart all of a patter and a pitter. Suddenly, without warning, he trotted splash into water.
What is this? Some kind of underground river? No, it is a lake because the water is still. I imagine there are awful things in that water. I dare not enter it.
Awful things did live in that water. He was called Gollum, as dark as darkness, except for two big round pale eyes in his thin face. He had a little boat, and he rowed about very quietly on the lake to and from his little island. Bilbo had no idea that he was so close to such a deadly creature. Gollum knew. He thought he might make a nice feast out of Bilbo.
Bless us and splash us, my precious. I guess it's a twist feast, at least the most tasty morsel it makes for us.
Who are you?
What is it, my precious?
I am Mr. Bilbo Baggins. I have lost the dwarves, I have lost the wizard, and I don't know where I am. I don't want to know. If only I can get away.
What's he got in his hands is?
A sword, a blade which came out of Gondolin.
Perhaps he sits here and chats with it a bit, see, my precious. It likes riddles, perhaps it does, yes, does it?
Very well, you ask first.
Both Bilbo and Gollum were quite nervous. Gollum was afraid of Bilbo's sword, and Bilbo wanted to know whether Gollum was the type of creature that could eat him.
What has roots as nobody sees, is taller than trees, up it goes, and yet never grows.
Easy. Mountain, I suppose.
Does it guess easy? It must have a competition with us, my precious. If precious asks, and it doesn't answer, we eat it, my precious. If it asks us and it doesn't answer, then we does what it wants, eh? We shows it the way out, yes.
All right. 30 white horses on a red hill. First they champ, then they stamp, then they stand still.
Teeth. Teeth, my precious, but we has only 6 teeth. Voiceless it cries, wingless flutters, toothless bites, and mouthless mutters.
Half a moment. Wind, of course. A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid.
Eggs it is. It cannot be seen and it cannot be felt, cannot be heard, cannot be smelt. It lies behind stars and under hills, and empty holes it fills. It comes first and follows after, ends life, kills laughter.
Dark. No legs lay on one leg, 2 legs sat near on 3 legs, and 4 legs got some.
Fish on a little table, man at table, sitting on a stool, the cat has the bones. Now, my precious, this thing all things devours, birds, beasts, trees, flowers, gnaws iron, bites steel, grinds hard stones to meal, slays kings, ruins towns, and beats high mountains down.
Poor Bilbo was stumped at this one. He begged Gollum for more time.
Give me more time, time.
Bilbo was saved by pure luck, for that, of course, was the answer. Gollum was now getting angry, for he was tired and hungry. He sat down in the dark next to Bilbo, which made the hobbit most dreadfully uncomfortable.
That's just a question, my precious. Yes. Just one more precious, yes.
But Bilbo simply could not think of any question with that nasty, wet, cold thing sitting next to him and pawing and poking him.
Ask us.
What have I got in my pocket?
Not fair. It isn't fair, my precious, it to ask us what's got this nasty little pocket this is.
What have I got in my pocket?
It must give us 3 guesses, my precious. 3 guesses.
Very well, guess away.
Hanses.
Wrong, guess again.
Gollum was more upset than ever. Desperately, he thought of all the things he kept in his own pockets. Fish bones, goblin's teeth, wet shells, a bit of bat wing, a sharp stone to sharpen his fangs on, and other nasty things. He tried to think of what other people kept in their pockets.
Knife!
Wrong. Last guess. Come on, I'm waiting. Time's up.
String or nothing!
Both wrong.
Bilbo at once jumped to his feet, very much relieved, for he felt he could not trust Gollum to keep his promise. Gollum did not at once attack him because he could see the sword in Bilbo's hand.
Well, what about your promise? I want to go. You must show me the way.
Did we say so, precious? So the nasty little Baggins the way out? Yes, yes. But what does it got in his pockets, it says, eh? Not string, precious, but not nothing. Oh, no.
Never you mind. A promise is a promise.
Cross it is, impatient, precious. But I must wait. Yes, it must. We not go up the tunnel so hasty. We must go and get some things to help us first, yes.
Well, hurry up.
Bilbo was relieved that Gollum was going away. He thought he was just making an excuse and did not mean to come back. But he was wrong. Gollum did mean to come back. He was angry now and hungry, and he was a miserable, wicked creature, and already he had a plan. Not far away was his island, of which Bilbo knew nothing. And there in his hiding place he kept one very beautiful thing. He had a ring, a golden ring, a precious ring.
My birthday present, that's what we want. Yes, we want it.
He wanted it because it was a ring of power, and if you slipped that ring on your finger, you were invisible.
Where is it? Where is it? Lost it, my precious, lost. Lord, curse and crash, yes, my precious, it's lost.
What's the matter? What have you lost?
It mustn't ask us, not his business, no. It's lost. Go, go, go.
Well, so am I, and I want to get unlost. I won the game and you promised, so come along. Come in, let me out, and then go on with your looking.
No, not yet, precious. We must start.
But you never guessed my last question, and you promised.
Never guessed what's it got in its pockets, it is. Tell us first.
Answers were to be guessed, not given.
But it wasn't a fair question, not a real precious, no.
Oh well, if it's a matter of ordinary questions, then I asked one first. What have you lost? Tell us that.
What's it got in its pockets, it is.
What have you lost?
The light in Gollum's eyes had become a green fire, and he was coming quickly nearer. Just in time, Bilbo turned and ran blindly back up the dark passage down which he had come, keeping close to the wall and feeling it with his left hand.
What's it got in its pockets, it is?
What have I wonder?
Gollum was gaining on him. Terrified, he tried to run faster, but suddenly he struck his toes on a snag in the floor and fell flat with his little sword under him. In a moment, Gollum was on him, but before Bilbo could do anything, Gollum passed by, taking no notice of him. What could it mean? Gollum could see in the dark.
Curse it, Baggins, it's gone. What's it got in his pockets, it is? I guess this is my precious. He found it, my birthday present. He doesn't know the way out, it says so. It says he has what speaks it. It doesn't say what it means. It knows the way in, it must know the way out. It's out the back door. Yes, that's it. Out the back door. Then let's stop talking, precious. Make haste. The Baggins has gone that way. You must go quick. Go, make haste.
Bilbo heard everything Gollum had just said. He hurried after the vile creature, still cautiously, though his chief fear now was of making some noise which would give him away. His head was in a whirl of hope and wonder. It seemed that the ring he had was a magic ring. It made you invisible. Bilbo kept on following Gollum until they reached the back door. However, there were many goblins about.
We gotta go in, precious. No, we don't. Goblins is down there. Lots of goblins as we smells them. Yes.
So they came to a dead stop. Gollum had brought Bilbo to the way out after all. But Bilbo could not get in. There was Gollum blocking the opening. Bilbo stood there frozen, but suddenly, in a flash, as if lifted by a new strength of resolve, he leaped. No great leap for man, but a leap in the dark. Straight over Gollum's head he jumped, 7 feet forward and 3 in the air. Gollum threw himself backwards and grabbed at the Hobbit as he flew over, but too late. All at once there came a blood-curdling shriek filled with hatred and despair.
Thief, Baggins, he hates it, we hate it forever!
Bilbo and all his friends escaped the Misty Mountains that day, and he never forgot his experience of Riddles in the Dark, where he met a creature so vile that he even cheated at the sacred riddle game. After Bilbo's adventure came to an end and he was back safe and sound in his home, he often sat in his little chair next to the fire and thought about the importance of integrity. From then on, he always remembered Gollum as being a poor example of such a quality because of his lack of trustworthiness and honesty.